Conference will now be recorded.
Yes. So what is my नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी किस चिड़िया का नाम है, ये बहुत से लोगों को हम कभी तक पता नहीं है. तो डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर माय व्यूज. In short, I will explain you role of NEP in framing future of nation. Okay. So PPT आगे हो रहा है सर? Sir?
No sir, no sir. Just click on that. Just click on PPT and just you can use that download side arrow. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Yes. So let us see introduction to the NEP and its significance. Dear friends, our ex-president Dr. Abdul Kalam has told us that in 2020 India will become superpower. But does India become superpower in 2020? Now there is a 2021 going on. Half of the year already gone on. So what is the thing expected is that we require a multi-dimensional, multi-directional youth who will think for the betterment and innovative ideas for innovations in the country. What we are doing that, we are observed that worldwide rapid changes of knowledge are going on. Scientific technology advances such as rise in big data, machine learning, intelligence, all these things are going on, and we require such a workforce. Which can cope up with the demand of the time. Now we are running on the education system given by John Macaulay, where art students didn't know about the science stream, science students didn't know about the art stream, commerce students don't know about anything about art and science stream. So my dear student, what happened? हमको एक चॅनल में कन्फाईन कर लिया आहे. मराठीमध्ये आपण म्हणतो की चाकोरीबद्ध जगणे. एका चाकोरीमध्ये आपण स्वतःला असं बांधून घेतलंय. त्यामुळे आपण दुसऱ्या क्षेत्राचा विचारच करत नाही, आणि दुसऱ्या क्षेत्राचा विचार करत नाही. त्यामुळे
just I will interrupt here. All are most of them are from other states, sir. Most around 60% are from others. Please.
Sure. Okay,
please.
Okay. So what happened, dear friends? Many of us have framed ourselves in a channel. Okay, we didn't think out of the channel or out of the box, and that's why our inventions and our discoveries are limited in the perspective of development of nation. What national education policy expect that? It is expect that the multi-dimensional youth, there is a maximum number of youths in India if we compare with the world, but our youth is not groomed in the required fashion or required thing where in which direction we are looking for them. So first we have to think that how to groom them to think out of the box. Dear friends, out of the box thing is what? If anything is happening there, why it happens? Generally technocrats are having this attitude with them, but other graduates don't think in that direction. They accept the things whichever come to their path, and that's why it happened that they didn't groom their mind towards innovation of any time. Okay, so we need a skilled workforce, particularly which is equipped with mathematics, computer science and data science, and in conjunction with multidisciplinary abilities of science, social science and humanities. Now see, we are looking for the human being, youth, who will be equipped with all sort of knowledge, and for that purpose policy makers have given us this NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020. by implementing is rigorously implementation of NEP till 2030, obviously India is going to become in a superpower in real sense. Now I will share some clips with you where you think that what is meant by out of the box thinking. Yes. So anybody can recognize the person in the on slide? Anyone? Yes. Anyone? Anyone who is there online? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are
Yes,
audible.
very good, very good. Who said Newton? AJ. Okay. You are genius. Yes, it is Newton. We all know that Newton was roaming in the garden and apple fall on his head. And he starts thinking that why apple fall on my the head? Why that apple goes to the sky? This is out of the box thinking. My dear friends, this is out of the box thinking. And because of the out of the box thinking of Newton, we get the discovery of gravitational force. Now we all are aware with the role of gravitational force in our life, isn't it? So this is the out of the box thinking. Our generation, our youth, our students didn't think it out of the box because they are not groomed in this way. Here is the another slide. Anybody? Anybody can name the scientist? Our session will be interactive. Everybody should be alert. Yes. Anybody? Yes, I will share you. He is Rudolf Diesel. He is Rudolf Diesel. Rudolf Diesel was performing a practical performance with on some different issue, different aspect. When he was performing practical, he came to know that when the mixture of air and diesel compressed to certain extent and we ignite it, a tremendous amount of energy gets developed. And now today we are, and by the out of the box thinking of Rudolf Diesel, we get the diesel engine. Now, dear friends, you are aware with the role of diesel engine in our life. It pulls the train, it used in transportation, it used in agriculture, it generates electricity. Everywhere there is a use of diesel engine. Such inventions came out of the box thinking because of the ability of out of the box thinking. Anyone? Anyone name the scientist? Hello? Yeah, he is Alva Edison. He is Alva Edison. He has done thousand experiments to lit the bulb. People was asking him, why you are wasting time in doing the experimentation? At that time, Alva said that I got 1,000 reasons that what I didn't get success. And after it, he gets success and he lit the bulb. And now we are enjoying the use of electricity and the use of light in your day-to-day life. My dear friends, this is the out of the box thing. We are looking for the scientists which think this out of box. Here, can you explain? These are Wright brothers who has invented aeroplane. They think that if birds can fly, then why don't we can fly? And they start thinking, working in that direction. And one day they invented the aeroplane. They get injured by in the practical. They fall from the sky to the ground, but they didn't leave their passion. It was their first aeroplane which they go to the sky with the help of it. Okay. Yeah. And last one. This is last slide. Anybody can say? This is last slide. Anybody can recognize the scientist? Yes, he is Alfred Nobel. He is a chemical engineer. He was chemical engineer. He was chemical scientist. He was doing experimentation on chemistry on certain different aspects. Where he come to know about the power of dynamite. It is a dynamite, and now you see what is the role of dynamite in the development of infrastructure overall the world. And in the name of Nobel, we are issuing the highest prizes, awards to the people who has done work for the society. So my dear friends, what I mean to say that such sort of out of the box thinking ability should we have to develop among youth, among students, and then we can say that India will become superpower in coming days. But it is not going to happen within a day. It will take time. It will take time. NEP has given us 10 years time. 10 years time to implement the thing. Isn't it? And then nurture such brains which will think innovatively. Everywhere they will think innovatively. You think that you imagine the world, imagine India after 15 years, when each and every youth starts thinking innovatively, what sort of inventions may come in our India. Now we people are doing inventions, okay? Patents, we are doing patents also. But that strength and that speed will be enlarged, will increase in coming days by effective implementation of national education policy. So my dear friends, in today's perspective, it is not important that what the student learn. It is not important that what the student learn, but it is important how they learn. It is important that how they learn. So in what NEP asks us, NEP says that education must move towards less content and more towards experimentation to think critically and solve problems. What NEP says that experimentation should be maximum, so that students' IQ will get enhanced, will get developed, and in that fashion, the pedagogy is framed by the NEP. So how to be a creative and multidisciplinary, and how to innovate in ideas and material in novel and changing fields. Pedagogy must evolve to make education more experimental. Now see, pedagogy means education science. We have to frame education science in such a way that at each and every stage there should be experimental approach. Teaching should be inquiry driven. Discovery oriented. That's what I am sharing with you. That's what I am telling you. And learner centered, discussion based, and of course enjoyable. So learner centered means what? Whatever the thing we are doing, we should do it from the perspective of the student, because student is the learner. Whatever the pedagogy we are framing, we should frame in such a way that it should be learner centered. Now what happens? We go to the classroom, deliver lecture for 1 hour, came back to our seat and sit down, and we say that today I have conducted 2 lectures, today I have taken 3 lectures. But at the same time, did we think from other side of the learner side that how much they had acquired the knowledge which I have shared? Still nowadays, at many places, one-side delivery takes place. No, lecture should be interactive. So that and students should feel free. Students should feel free to interact with you, to ask questions with you. So it's the duty of the teacher. It's the duty of a teacher to maintain a harmony in the class, a good gesture and good culture and good atmosphere in the class. So students should enjoy your class. Okay, it is expected in NEP. And about curriculum, it is said that curriculum must include basic arts, crafts, humanities, games, sports, languages, literature, culture, values, in addition to science and mathematics. Okay, so these all things should be accumulated while framing the curricular for the student. Education should be more well-rounded, useful, and fulfilling expectations. And at the same time, it is expected that education must build character, enable learner to build ethical, rational, caring, while at the same time prepare them for the gainful and fulfilling the expectations of the society. Now we are observing that many of the students came from the rural area. They don't know about the soft skills. They don't know about the soft skill and their importance in their life. Not about the students, the teacher who are teaching them, they are also not aware about the importance of soft skills. So my dear friends, it is expected in NEP that by the change in policy, in education policy, we have to build characters. Okay, we should teach them ethics. We should teach them moral. So for that purpose, teachers have to equip with all these qualities first. Many of the teachers are not equipped with this thing. In our college also we observe that, and we blame students. Today's students are not matured. Students are not cultured. No, it is not their fault because they have not taught these things. So it is expected in NEP that students should aware, students should learn these things. Okay. So by implementing the policies, given by NEP, we have to bridge the gap between present status and expectations in NEP. We have to bridge the gap between present status and expectations of the society. So to do it, major reforms are necessary to bring the changes in the present scenario and integrity into the system. So from early childhood care to higher education, from early childhood care to higher education, NEP has suggested us that how the things should be run, how the things should be go. And the aim behind it is that equitable access to the highest quality education regardless of social and economic background. We are aware with the geographic condition of our country, isn't it? There are various stages of economic levels of the people and the students and the parents. So what NEP says that their economic background should not affect their learning process. Okay, regardless of social also, there are various social differences in the present scenario. So these social differences and economic background should not harm the development of the student. It is expected in NEP. So this National Education Policy 2020 is the first education policy of this century, and it aims to address the many growing developmental issues for the country. The policy proposes the revision and revamping of all aspects of educational structure. Listen to what I am using. The policy proposes the revision and revamping of all the aspects education structure, including its regulation and governance, to the system that is aligned with the inspirational goals of 21st century while building upon India's traditions and value system. Dear friends, India's traditions and value system, what is the most important? What we are today was not earlier. In ancient days, we were the leader in education for the world. We were leader in education in the world. But the Britishers and Mughals and all these people came here and they ruined our education system. And later on Britishers came and they gave their own system so that they will get a mindset who will work with a clerical mindset. They don't want the youth who will use their own brain doing the work. Britishers want such youth, such young power, you can work only directions issued by the senior. And that's why this 10+2 pattern education system is developed by John Macaulay. And from last 70 years, we are running over it and we are thinking that where we are wrong. So my dear friends, there we are wrong. From childhood, we are not good focus on the development of mind of the student. So national education policy, these all goals are achieved, and it is expected from all of us that by 2030, we should be in position to get the returns by the implementation of education policy at the root cause. We are going to implement this education policy since childhood. We are not going to implement the reforms given in the education policy in junior college, high school, middle school, post graduation, graduation. We are implementing these guidelines since beginning, since nursery, since Anganwadi. Okay, and from that level, we are developing the students in required fashion. So such a lofty goal will require the entire education system to be reconfigured. Now we think, you just give a thought to the thing. If we have to change whole scenario, we have to require to entire education system to be reconfigured and foster learning so that all of the critical targets and goals of the 2030 sustainable development can be achieved. And this is the main motto behind implementing of NEP, that we should get the desired results what we are expecting. Dear friends, in ancient India, it was not like that. In ancient India, there was world famous universities in India. In our country, there was world famous universities in our India, which was Takshashila, Nalanda, Vikramashila, Vallabhi. Okay, these were the world famous universities which were India, and from worldwide students were coming to India to learn and to take the education. And at that time, the aim of education in ancient India was not just to acquire a preparation life for the world or to make him eligible for the bread and butter, but our ancient education give a realization and liberalization of the self to the student. Students start thinking that who I am. Students start thinking that who I am. They understand their own abilities. They understand their potential by that education system. And we have given a worldwide scientist to the world, isn't it? And at that time, knowledge and thought has been the guiding light for the policy. The pursuit of knowledge, that is Jnana and wisdom, pragya, always considered in Indian thought and philosophy for the higher education. So, dear friends, our education policy at that time was based on all these ethical issues, and that's why we have given a world famous scientist to the world. The great scholars like Charaka, Sushruta, Aryabhatta, Varahamir, Bhaskaracharya, Brahmagupta, Chalakya, Datta, Madhava, Panini, Patanjali, Nagarjuna, Pingala, Shankardev, Maitreyi, Gargi, Tiruvallur, and there are n number of scientists which our ancient India has given to the world. We are aware about Bhaskaracharya, we are aware about the work of Aryabhatta, we are aware about the work of Sushrut. Sushrut was performing 100+ operations in ancient India. Now we are dependent on operation knowledge on European countries. But in ancient India, our people was performing the 100+ operations of human beings. So this was the knowledge in all aspects and in perspective was there in India. But it is ruined, destroyed by the invaders, and we lost our self-esteem and what we are. We forget that what we are. But these scholars, whose name I have just recited, these scholars made the seminal contribution to the world that knowledge of diverse fields such as mathematics, astronomy, metallurgy, medical science, surgery, engineering, architecture, shipbuilding, navigation, yoga, fine arts, chess, and more and more and more. In all aspects, these people have done the work. Now we are the yoga teacher for the world. Yoga generation is from our country. Yoga science is from our country. We know the Patanjali. We know the Sri Sri Bangalore Ashram, isn't it? Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji. So all these things were with us. All these things are within us. Swami Vivekananda has told us that all things are within you. Get up and rise. Get up and rise. You can do it. You think optimistic, you can do it. And this is the main motto behind framing this nationalism policy. So whatever had happened is happened. We cannot change the past. But in future, we should become a superpower in real sense. Indian culture and philosophy have a strong influence on the world. Still, Indian culture and philosophy is having a strong influence on the world. These rich legacies to the world heritage only be nurtured and preserved for prosperity, but also researched, enhanced, and put to the new uses through the change education. So the legacy of India can be maintained by effective implementation of this policy by preserve and fostering our status or our potential. This is the main motto. This is the main aim behind implementation of this national education policy. Now here is the role of teacher. All of you are teacher. I think all of you are those who are online here for FDP and STDP are the teacher. And in implementation of this NEP, your role is important. Teacher's role is most important. Teacher has to acquire the knowledge of NEP first. Then and only then you can share the knowledge, aspects, expectations of NEP with the students, with the society, and we will work accordingly. To understand the thing, we will just play one game. To understand the thing, we will just play one game. So what is there in my hand? Anybody can say? Yes? Anybody can say? Yes?
Coin?
Yes, very good. Coin. Yes. There is coin in my hand. Everybody knows the coin? Yes. So how many sides to the coin? Yes. Our session should be interactive. Please give response. I am not asking very difficult questions, but interaction should be there. How many sides to the coin? 2 sides, isn't it? Head and tail. There are 2 sides to the coin that are head and tail, isn't it? Now we will play one game. Now we are going to play certain game. All of you are aware with that game, but still we will play. Now I will toss the coin, isn't it? Before tossing, you assume your head or tail. You assume your one side of the coin, that is head or tail. You keep it with you. Okay. Now I am going to toss the coin. I have tossed the coin. Now I don't know which side is up. I don't know which side is up and which side is down, isn't it? Now I will see that which side is up. Head is upside. Head is upside. Okay. Now the online participants who had taken head as assume head in with them are the winners. The participants who had assumed head with them are the winners, and those who had assumed tail are the losers. Am I correct? Yes. Now it's my humble request to all of you, those who had taken the head. It's my humble request to all of you, those who had taken the head, that you take your head yourself and give my tail to me. You take your head with you and give my tail to me. Is it possible? Dear friends, you have to respond. Is it possible? Yes? No, it is not possible. It is not possible. In case by hook or crook, I cut the coin. In case by hook or crook, I cut the coin from the center and give the head to you. Take my tail. This coin will lose its value. This coin will lose its value. Dear friends, you are coin. My dear friends, my dear teachers, you are coin. Both the sides of this coin are important to maintain its value. Both the sides of the coin are important to maintain value. So this is what I mean. The moral of the story is that teacher has to change. Teacher has to change to maintain its value, his or her value. Teacher has to change. They have to learn the contents of NEP, and then and only then you can work, you can give justice to the work. The teacher must be at the center of the fundamental of education system. Nowadays we are observing that n number of work teacher has to carry out in rural areas, in Jilla Parishad and all areas. Teacher has to perform n number of duties of the government. No, it is not expected in national education policy. In national education policy, it is expected that teacher should be at the center of the education system. The new education policy has re-established the importance of the teacher, because they are generating, they are nurturing the citizens of the country. Okay, so the dignity of teacher should be considered, is considered in this NEP. In older days, that was a policy that if you can't do anything, go and do the teaching profession. It was the concept in that the perception in society. If you are unable to earn anything, bread and butter for your life, just go to the teaching sector. No, NEP has to ask us to change these views. A scholar people, a learned people should come to the teaching profession. Unless and until scholars come to the teaching profession, how can we expect that such sort of scientists and such sort of brains will get nurtured or developed in the education system? So NEP is going to take the care of all these things. The NEP will take the care of the livelihood of the teacher. NEP will see that the respect and dignity of the teacher should be maintained in the society, isn't it? And at the same time, NEP will see that it will provide all students a quality education system with focus on historically marginalized, disadvantaged, and deterred groups, irrespective of their places of residence. India is a very vast country. Assam, Punjab, Gujarat, Northeast, South, North. Okay, so everywhere there is different culture, there is different pattern, different societal level. So the society people are living there, different religions. But NEP says that apart from all these things, education pattern and education system should be unique for all. it may be northeast, it may be south, it may be west, it may be east, or it may be any corner of the country. The NEP expects that its guidelines should be implemented in all corners of the country with the same severity. Then and only then we can expect the result out of it. And education is the great leveler and is the best tool to achieve level and symmetry and level in the education pattern. So social mobility, inclusion and equality initiatives must be in place that students from such groups, despite inherent obstacles, they should get all facilities to learn, to nurture and develop themselves. The purpose of this policy, just what we are discussing now, that the main purpose of this policy is that we have to develop a brain since childhood who will think out of the box. And then and then there will be inventions in our country, and if once there will start invention in country, we will become a superpower in real sense and in real perspective. So it's the aim of producing engaged, productive and contributing cities, equitable, inclusive and plural society as envisaged by the Constitution. All these things are mentioned there in the Constitution, but it is not effectively implemented. We all know that there is a pledge at the front page. All Indians are my brothers and sisters, and all these things, many things are mentioned there. But in real sense, we are not acquired it and we are not followed it. So this is the main goal of education policy, that every student should feel welcome in the education sector. He should feel he should enjoy learning. He should feel such an atmosphere, he should get such an atmosphere where his interest will get developed towards the learning. So there are certain principles of LEC. These are recognizing, identifying and fostering the unique capability of the teacher, of the student. Now see, why I am saying that the role of teacher is most important, because teacher has to identify, recognize and foster the unique capability of each student. Each student is different, his capacity is different and his potential is different. Teacher has to recognize it, and after recognizing, teacher has to work over it. Flexibility in education, so that learner should have ability to choose their learning trajectory from the programs. Now there is not such sort of liberty given to the students to choose the subject from certain discipline or some subject from another discipline, but NEP gives that liberty to the students to choose their trajectory of education. There will be no hard separation between arts and science, between curriculum and curricular extracurricular activities, between vocational and academic streams. All things are amalgamated in such a way that such we have to develop such brains. Multidisciplinary and holistic education across the sciences, social sciences, humanities, sports, multidisciplinary world, in order to ensure integrity and of all knowledge. So it is the main aim of NEP that things should be percolate to the ground level in a real perspective. Emphasis on conceptual understanding rather than the LOTA learning and for the examination point of view. Nowadays, students are learning to get through the examination only. They didn't learn to acquire the knowledge. I always told the graduates, I always told students that whatever the knowledge you have acquired during your degree is just like a gate pass. If you go to the picture hall to see the cinema, that doorkeeper will turn the ticket and he will give entry to the hall. That's it. That is the role of your degree and certificate in today's world. If you have to survive, you should have to acquire knowledge. The moment you enter any organization, any industry, any system, the role of degree comes to end and role of knowledge starts. Nowadays, students are doing rota learning. It is not expected. Students should learn conceptual learning so that they can implement that conceptual learning in other aspects also. In BE, we are teaching engineering, drawing, and applied mechanics to the first year students. These two subjects are common to all branches. Why? Because these two subjects are the subjects which develop logical ability of the student. We have saw the numericals that two mangoes are on the tree. One is at 10 feet from the ground, another is 12 feet from the ground. Find out the shortest distance between these two mangoes. We have sorted such examples with the knowledge of application of lines. Pipeline is running from northwest, east, south, southwest. Isn't it? Such sort of problems you have learned and solved with the knowledge of application of lines in engineering drawing. So that's why technocrats are different from other graduates. Technocrats always think logically. If it is like that, why it is so? If it is like that, why it is so? If it is like that, why it is so? So it is expected in the NEP from all of us that all the graduates should think logically, start thinking logically instead of doing local learning. That the creativity and critical thinking will enhance the logical decision making and thinking among the students. We have to inculcate ethics, human constitutional values, all these public property, respect to the public property, scientific temper, democratic spirit, all these we have to inculcate in the students as a teacher. Now we are seeing that we are celebrating 15th August and 26th January. We are aware that how many students are turned up there willingly for this flag hosting ceremony, because we didn't pour democratic spirit among them. Patriotism, we have to pour patriotism among the students so that they will think in that direction, they will think for the nation. Promoting multilingualism and power of language learning. Now, AICT is asking us to teach engineering in regional languages. But earlier, this concept was not with us. I will share my own example. In 2010, I had gone as a principal in Madhya Pradesh, MP, where teaching of subjects takes place in Hindi. I strongly object there because I had gone from Nagpur. I strongly object to the teachers. I conduct a meeting of HODs and fire them that why you are teaching in Hindi. When the communication language is English, you should and you must teach in English. There was a very unrest created among the staff. Okay, matter goes to the management. Management called me. Management was not but learned people. They asked me, sir, what happened? I shared with them that, sir, English is the communication language and these people are teaching engineering subjects in Hindi. My dear friends, I was also not thinking out of the box at that time. I regret. I accept my mistakes. I was also like a general person. What our management says to me that, sir, do you not think that instead of discussing which language is used for teaching, it is most important that students should learn the aspect and concept. Students should learn the concept and aspect. And my dear friends, I agree at that time. If students learn the concept, they may express their own ideas. And that's why now AICT is asking us to start teaching in regional languages also. And now we are translating engineering books in regional languages, in Marathi, Hindi, and so that interest among students will get developed. Once their interest gets developed, and we will take another efforts to develop the English. We will take another efforts to develop the vocabulary and English know-how of the students also. Okay. NEP is divided in 4 parts. Just last 10 minutes. Okay. NEP is divided in 4 parts. First part is the school education. From school education, thrust is given. From school education, thrust is given. That's why I'm telling you, NEP is not, we are not going to implement any from a higher level. We are going to implement directions given in the NEP since childhood. We are changing all pedagogy of the school learning so that students should get equipped with the latest ideas. Okay, so and it is expected in the NEP that there should be clusters of the schools, colleges, junior colleges. Standalone institutes will not be any future in the coming days. Cluster means what? In the same campus, there should be Anganwadi, Balakwadi, pre-primary, secondary, middle school, higher school, junior college, college, post-graduation college, and doctoral programs. All these education colleges plus should be there in the same campus. It is expected in NEP, so that the student who is in earlier phase of education get the knowledge of latter phase. The students who are in junior college will get the knowledge of higher college. The students who are in the primary school, they will get the knowledge of middle school. Because if you observe anything, students will observing. You see the base, learn the thing by observing. Students will learn the base motto behind it. And now our colleges are getting accredited by NBA and NAC. We are getting accreditation by NAC and NBA. Same pattern will be the run for the schools also. Schools will be also get accredited by the central government agency, those who are, whether they are running by NEP policy or not, and the government will give accreditation to the schools. Another part is higher education. Okay, we have discussed this higher education. So another part is higher education. Third part is other key areas of focus. Other key areas of focus. Which are they? Professional education, adult education, promotion of Indian languages, technology use, integration, online and digital education. Now what we are doing? We are discussing, I am sharing my views with you online. So there should be maximum use of technology in teaching learning process. It is expected in NEP. And last phase is making it happen. Government agency will see that how the thing will go by rail and how it will happen in coming days. Now the structure of the NEP. Okay, there are only last 2, 3, 4 slides. Okay, please bear with me. In present system, we are having 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Our present pattern is 10 plus 2 plus 3 or 4. What NEP has given? NEP has given us 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. NEP has given us 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. In our present system, students comes into first standard or Anganwadi or first class at the age of 6. But in NEP, it is expected that students should come in Anganwadi at the age of 3. So, age of 3 to 6 and age of 6 to 8 are the foundation stage. Please see right hand side column are the foundation stage of the student. Age 3 to 6 and age 6 to 8, that is class 1 to 2, are the foundation stage of the students. Then later on, from age 8 to age 11, age 8 to 11, that is class from 3 to 5, it is the preparatory stage. Okay. Then from 11 to 14, it is 6 to 8 middle stage, and from 9 to 12, it is the latter stage. So in this way, NEP has proposed the structure. Now see, if we go by this structure, we will see that we can implement the policy given by the NEP. Now question may be arising in everybody's mind that why we should start from age 3. Why we are going to start from age 3 and why we are not going to start from age 6. Okay. So my dear friend, you see, okay, these are the 4 stages. It is the earlier in present education system, we are losing these 3 years. In present education system, we are losing these 3 years, but these 3 years are used here in present education structure of the NEP. I will explain you what is the importance of these 3 years in the life of the student. Okay, what is the life of the students and the progress of the nation. Okay. So early childhood care in NEP will take the care of all the things. ECCE will take care of all the things which will be get done happened in the school education of the students, and pattern will be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Why? Here I will tell you. One study has shown and revealed that 85% of child's cumulative brain develops in the age of 3 to 6. 85% of child's cumulative brain develops in the age of 3 to 6, and in present system, we are losing that important 3 years, which get considered in NEP, so that we can develop a innovative mind, we can develop a discovery oriented mind, because this mind of the student are getting developed between age 3 to 6, and in present state we are losing it. That's why NEP asking is that NEP policy should be implemented from the age of 3 of the student, so that maximum students can be work or get molded in the discovery oriented mindset, isn't it? And this is the main aim of ECCE, Early Childhood Care Foundation. Okay. And by implementation of all this policy, it is expected that when we implement this policy in right sense, we will get the expected results out of the procedure which we are running. Presently, quality ECC is not available. Early childhood care in education is not available for crores of young children of our country, and from socio-economically disadvantaged background. So central government will take care that policy will give effectively and evenly percolate to the all sections of the society, and there we will see that our outcome, the students will come out of the system with multidisciplinary aspects and multidisciplinary sciences. So, and who will frame the structure, who will frame the books, who will frame the curriculum? NCERT will frame the curriculum, and this curriculum will be evenly implemented throughout the country by NCERT and by the government, so that everywhere there will be the structure of education, type of education, function of education system, functioning of education systems will be in the same fashion which is expected in the NEP policy, So National Curricular and Pedagogical Framework for Early Childhood Care and Education. This is the agency which will work for the early childhood care of the students. Now we cannot change the teachers, we cannot change the workforce. So training will be given to the existing staff of the Anganwadi, primary school, secondary school. Training will be given to the present workforce, because we cannot change the present workforce, and accordingly they will train, they will prune about the policies and the directions given in the national education policy. And once we groom this teacher, obviously they will work as per the expectation of the policy makers, that what they are expecting. I have told you that standalone organization is no future now in coming days, or in coming structure of NEP. So they have to get accommodated or do collaboration with certain. So suppose DED will get cooperation with BEd. There are singular DED colleges or BEd colleges or just MBA colleges in the society. So they have to do collaboration or do the cluster with any other education system or any group, so that there will be the cluster of education systems particularly expected in NEP. Training will be given to the all Anganwadi teachers, depends upon whether they are 10th pass, 12th pass, or all these things. According to their education level, the time period of the education of NEP is varied. It is varied from 2 months to 1 year to 2 years. According to the education level of particular teacher, training will be provided to them. Yeah, and ECCE will be also effectively implemented in ashram shalas also. there is ashram shalas culture in our country. There are ashram shalas in some regions. So what I have told that this policy is equally implemented and equally run to all the corners of our country. It is expected that. I don't know what difficulties will arise in the past, but if in right sense we implement the things in proper way, I am sure that we may achieve what is expected there in NEP. We may achieve it. So here we will. This is the end of my lecture. Okay. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for your patience, listening to my words. At the last, I would like to recite one share. Okay, you will understand the moral of the thing. The moral of the share is that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती है, जिनकी ख्वाबों में जान होती है. Dear friends, मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनकी ख्वाबों में जान होती है. पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता यारो, हौसलों से उड़ान होती है. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any question from participants? Any question?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Good morning, sir. Hello.
Good morning, sir. Please.
Good morning, sir. Uttarwarkar sir, na?
Yeah. Good morning.
सर, समजा आपल्याला नवीन शाळा चालू करायची असेल तर म्हणजे स्टेप्स काय ते सांगता येईल का आपल्याला? गुरुकुल टाइप करायचे म्हणजे.
अगदी बरोबर. सर कसं आहे माझं लेक्चर हे जे आहे
बर
हिंदी मराठी इंग्रजी मिक्स.
अच्छा बरं
म्हणजे सगळ्यांना समजा उद्देश.
ठीक आहे.
पण आजच्या लेक्चर जास्त मराठी करता नाही आला कारण आजचे लोक इथे होते.
बरोबर आहे.
हा तर मराठी नवीन शाळा सुरू करायची परवानगी मागावी लागेल.
बरोबर.
सिस्टीम सगळी तीच राहील सर.
बर.
करिक्युलम हा NCERT.
अच्छा.
म्हणजे आता प्रेझेंट करिक्युलम जो आहे तो राहणार नाही. पण तुमच्या शाळेतले टीचर लोक तर आहेत तर त्यांना ट्रेनिंग देऊन डेव्हलप करणार. NEP मध्ये जे अपेक्षित आहे ते ट्रेनिंग त्यांना देऊन आपण त्यांना डेव्हलप करणार.
Is there any question? Mali sir, you get that answer? Hello.
Yeah. I have explained him.
Yes, sir. Any another question?
So I think audience is not having any questions, but what I expect that session should be interactive, and if the session is interactive, so obviously it will, what we can say,
Is there any question? You can, participants are also requested to put on the WhatsApp group. We can share with
yeah,
Uttarwar sir, and then we can get that answer.
okay.
Okay. Shall we conclude, sir?
Yes, sure.
Please.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this nice session. Sir nicely explained this new education policy in this session, and
Thank you.
he also discussed the strategies used to improve teacher learning process. On
Yeah.
behalf of Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, I thank Dr. Sanjay Uttarwarkar sir for this interactive session and sharing his knowledge and experience with our participants. It will definitely helpful for the participants in their teaching learning process. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Please share your screen. We can check that.
Is my presentation visible?
No, ma'am. Just share it, sir. Share it, ma'am.
Yeah, I shared it.
Now you are presented. Now you can share. Yeah, great. Make it full screen, ma'am.
Yes.
Full screen.
Sure. Yes, I'm doing it.
Or go to slideshow top row. Center exactly. Home means yes, slides below that, just below.
Okay.
It was there. Yeah, no. Again, it was slideshow and correct. And now left there from beginning. Great. Now it's fine. Khadija just introduce formal introduction.